The film starts by showing a house where we can hear the voice of a very scary demon monster who was very dangerous. At this time, a human was trying to escape from him. He was also very scared. After this, we were shown the human whose condition was very bad. Because he was badly burned, due to this, he was soaked in blood, and his condition was about to die. A book was also lying nearby, which seemed to be of very old times. Apart from this, a jar was also there. Now, the purpose of these two things is not shown. This scene shifts from here and comes to a girl, Sam, who was originally from India, but she lived in another country with her parents. And because she is from India, there was a worship in her house in the evening. When Sam was going to school, her mother told her that due to the worship, come home early in the evening. Because we have to do all the preparations, we have to cook food. On which Sam says, sorry, I can't come because I have to go somewhere. Then her dad also came here, who had done his night duty. Sam goes after meeting him. When she comes to school, her friend says, let's go for a walk in the evening. On which Sam refuses by saying that someday, because maybe today I have to go home early, there is a worship. Her friend asks, what is worship? Sam replied that it is our festival that is celebrated every year. Now in the meantime, Sam's old friend Tamira comes here, who is also Indian like her. She believes in India's culture and festivals in the Sam way. Earlier these two used to be very good friends, but now they were not so close to each other. We saw that Tamira had become strange for a long time. She was quiet, she was nervous, she did not talk to anyone, she used to come late to school, and she used to eat secretly. And the strangest thing was that she always had a jar in her hand, which she used to carry everywhere with her. Now Sam was away from Tamira, so that she can stay away from her Indian culture like this. She can get into the people here and become like them, and they accept her. Her teacher also talks to Sam about Tamira, that she has started living alone. On which Sam replies that it does not matter to me. Obviously, she had to go away from Indian culture. She also says that she is not a child. If she has any problem, she will solve it herself. Now when Sam was sitting with her friend, then Tamira passes from here. Her friend says that now I am afraid to see Tamira. Her condition is strange. Okay, the jar she carries in her hands, is this your culture? On which Sam clearly refuses that no, nothing like this happens with us. Now Tamira, who was going towards her house, she was reciting some magical spell again and again. And then we see her blood coming out of her bag. When she goes home, she takes out raw meat from the bag. Then she opens the lid of the bottle in fear. Her hands were trembling, and she quickly puts the meat in the jar and immediately closes the lid. And suddenly she turns her back and sits, where we can hear the voice of a very scary monster behind her. When she turned around and saw there were cracks in the jar. With this, we could understand that there is definitely something dangerous in the jar. The next day, when Sam was in school, Tamira came there, who had come to talk to Sam, says that I need your help and please believe my words. Sam tells her that yes, I will believe. Tell me, what help do you want? Now before that she says something, some evil voice starts speaking softly in her ears, with which Tamira got very scared. Sam asks her, what is the matter? You look very disturbed. Why are you so scared? And since when did you not sleep? Tamira replies that leave all that. Just help me and believe me. Saying this, she moves the jar forward. She starts telling her that there is something inside it, something very dangerous, which you cannot see, Sam. But I can see, I can hear, and I can feel. Now Sam asked, where did you get this jar from? Tamira tells her that when I was going, the thing inside the jar started calling me towards her, calling my name. I came to know that there is something inside it. I kept the jar with me without thinking anything and thought that I would take care of it. But now I realize that it is not my cup of tea. Because what is inside it is so hungry, it needs raw meat to eat many times in a day. And now I am not able to tolerate it anymore. And now please help me. Please. Sam asks her, but what is inside this jar? On which Tamira tells her that there is a demon monster inside it. The stories of monsters that we have heard in our childhood are absolutely true. It has been proved to me. But Sam, not believing her words, calls her crazy. To prove a point, Tamira throws the jar in front of her. But Sam broke the jar by hitting her. And now as its glass fell and scattered, black smoke spreads on the ground. Seeing this, Tamira got very scared and ran away from there in fear. Sam also follows her and apologizes for her behavior. But now she stops, and without saying anything, she starts reciting the magical spell loudly again, with which she sees a monster coming behind Sam, which was not visible to anyone other than Tamira. But seeing that, her condition got worse. Seeing this, Sam goes from there so that she can get help. But then an invisible force comes and attacks Tamira, and picks her up, kidnaps her, and takes her away. And just here she hears these screams of Tamira. Now Tamira, who had disappeared, and everyone was very worried because of her. The teacher had seen her for the last time. That's why she tells Sam that Tamira's mom doesn't even know where she is. She has filed a report of her disappearance, but she doesn't know anything about it. Hearing this, she gets very scared and comes home quickly. Now we see Tamira very scared. Who was trapped in one place, and that demon monster was roaming around her and was hitting her repeatedly and beating her badly, because of which Tamira was getting hurt. Along with that, she was burning, just like the person at the start was burnt. That is, the one who injured Tamira, and the one who hurt that person was this demon monster. In the evening, when Sam was at home, the worship was going on here. Many people had also come here, even Tamira's mom. Here Sam's mom told everyone that today we will also pray for Tamira. that she will be found soon. Now everyone prays, but Sam doesn't. Because she didn't like all this. She didn't want to do what the rest of her culture people are doing. Now here, a woman said that the way it happened with the officer, it shouldn't happen with Tamira. Now hearing the officer, Sam asks her dad about him, on which he says that yes, I met him. But at first glance, I understood that there is something wrong with him. Because he was running away from everyone, even from his culture. Then I saw his son Karan, who was talking to himself. But I have no idea what happened to him. Knowing this, Sam started leaving the house. Her mom says that at least stop on the day of worship. But she goes without listening to anything. She goes to school and comes to the Sam place where she had spoken to Tamira. Here Tamira's book was lying, which had fallen that day, which Sam picks up. And on checking it, the name of Karan was written on it. That means this book belongs to him. On checking from inside, she finds a lot of strange things to see and read. It was written there that it had to be locked up and kept in a utensil or jar. The number 7 was also written many times. In addition to this, there were pictures of scary monsters and dreams of the demons. But here Sam does not understand anything. Then her friend calls her, to whom she went to meet. First, she asks her about Tamira. But when her friend did not say anything, she started asking about Karan. To which her friend took Sam to a place and tells her that Karan died a few months ago. And it happened right here. His death was due to burning completely. But here it was a strange thing to be noticed. There was no sign of burning there. There was no black mark, which meant that he was burnt without fire. After that, these two go to Karan's empty house, where his parents' corpse was also found in bad condition. Yes, they were all died. But now when they went to Karan's room to check, so there was the Sam mark as in his book. But here was a new mark whose mouth was very big, and small marks like children were coming out of it. Now there was a police voice outside. So they go from there. Now when Sam was sleeping at night, then she started having horrible dreams about Tamira, afraid of which she woke up and starts talking to her mom. But her mom does not answer properly because she left on the day of worship, because of which she was upset. Her mom said, "You did what you did that day, but you do not even bring your new friends home, and you do not say anything to them in your tongue. Why do you get irritated by the worship, its food, and your culture?" On which Sam got angry. She says that, "Mom, if we had to follow our culture like this, then why did we come to this other country? We had to stay there." Saying which she left from here. She again went to Karan's house with her friend, because last night she forgot that book there. Here she told him, "I and Tamira were childhood friends. But when I grew up, I changed my friends, so that I can change the environment. Tamira didn't support me in this, so I left her." She was telling him these things. That's when she started hearing voices from inside. following whom she goes inside the house. She got so lost in these voices. She did not care about her friend outside, because at that time some invisible force attacks her friend too and kills him badly. And when Sam came out and saw all this, then she lost consciousness and she starts crying loudly. She didn't understand why this was happening, because of which she was always worried. Her mom was also worried and tells her to go back to her real home in her country, because the people here are not accepting them anyway. They look at them with strange eyes. Seeing Sam worried, her dad asks the reason, and when she did not tell him anything, Sam's mom got angry. She says what is happening to her? She is running away from everything, and she does not even want to tell us anything because of this. Now she showed us Tamira. We came to know that she is not anywhere else. In fact, she is locked up at Karan's house, and she tries to run away from them many times. But the monster always pulls her back. When Sam was in her room, then she starts hearing voices from below. When she went down to check, then her mom was crying there. She makes her quiet, but this was not her mom. In fact, it was the Sam monster who had taken the form of her mom, and now he went ahead to attack Sam, because of which she ran away from there, with which she opened her eyes, because this was actually just a nightmare. But even in the dream, she had seen that monster here today. Now the next day, Sam goes to her teacher and tells her everything that was happening to her. She says that I am getting away from everything. She does not even talk to anyone. And there's one thing that always scares me. I have seen it too. It has killed my friend. That thing does strange things with me, which sometimes shows me nightmares, then sometimes strange thoughts. And I am sure that thing has done something wrong with Tamira. And has kidnapped her. But after hearing all this, the teacher does not believe her. Just like before, Sam was not believing Tamira's words. Now as Tamira had seen the monster at that time, Sam did not. Similarly, now Sam had started seeing here, which the teacher was not able to see now. But now Sam is so scared that she ran away from here quickly. When Sam was at home, then the teacher calls her. Because the book of Karan Sam got, she had sent the pictures inside it to the teacher, about which the teacher had taken out the information. And she tells Sam, that thing about which you were talking, it is actually a demon monster. Which is actually from East India. It is such a dangerous and evil monster. After eating raw meat, they swallow the souls. They are mostly trapped in a pot or jar. Now the older people who have passed to capture these demon monsters, they used to become those monsters instead of pots and jars. They used to trap these demon monsters inside them. But this work was very risky. That's why the jar or the pot is considered better, by which we could understand that the monster was trapped in the jar that Tamira had. But Sam made a mistake there, that she broke the jar, which was keeping the monster trapped till now. Now Tamira was not able to handle it. On top of that, Sam broke it and messed it up. Here Sam also tells her teacher in fear that for this reason Tamira used to take that jar with her all the time, so that the monster does not become free. And now that monster is doing this to me. On which her teacher says, "You do not worry. I am coming. Together we'll find a solution to this." On which Sam also agrees. Now Sam, who was very worried, goes to her mom. She started crying. Then her mom takes care of Sam. Sam says, "The stories of demon monsters that we heard, they are all true. So you tell me, why does all this happen? How is it? And what should a person do?" On which her mom started telling her that according to the stories, one should never keep anything wrong like hatred in the heart, and neither should a person feel that he is alone. Because this evil or demon monster, it takes advantage of the Sam thing. It lives on the Sam weakness of a person. It first weakens the soul of a person, after which it controls the thoughts of that person and attacks him. And that person is separated from his loved ones, after which the persons who are helping him, it also destroys them. And all this was happening with Sam too. That is, her thoughts which were not working according to her, it had become diminished by showing her the horrible dreams of her family. The monster was separating Sam from her family. He had killed Sam's friend, who was helping her, and now he will run after the teacher. That is, this monster first separates a person from everyone, and then it attacks him. Because in this way, in loneliness, the evil will continue to grow in that person's mind. And he will be weak because he is alone. So for the monster, it will be easy for his flesh to eat, and the soul to swallow. Now here Sam thinks what this means. Karan and his family were not from anyone else. In fact, they were running from this monster. But then they came here, whom the monster still did not leave behind. He also came here and killed his entire family. But that family somehow succeeded in locking him in the jar, which was then taken by Tamira. But when the jar broke, he took Tamira with him. And now he is after Sam, because in this way, he takes his prey one by one. Her mother says that demon monster does not attack his prey at once. In fact, it takes some time. Like every demon, first, it troubles that person and weakens, after which he swallows his soul. Now Sam looks at Karan's book. After looking closely, she gets to know the meaning of number 7, which was 7 days, which meant tonight that demon monster would eat Tamira, because she too disappeared 7 days ago. Thinking this, Sam says, "I will go to save Tamira." Her mother says, "But you alone cannot fight that demon monster. He is very dangerous. He will finish you on the spot." Hearing this, Sam started praying to fight the demon monster. And here her mother helps Sam. She gives her some food of the worship, and also prepares her well. And here for the first time, Sam was fully prepared according to her culture. When the teacher was alone, the demon monster attacks her. He hits her badly, which makes her injured, because he wanted to take her life. And there Sam remembered that Karan died while imprisoning the demon monster in the jar. It means the magical spell must be written in this book. Which imprisons the monster. Soon they found that magical spell, which now these to start reciting together, which happened that the demon monster leaves the teacher and goes away. But in a little while, he comes near these two, mother and daughter. He attacks them and injures them a lot. But his mother does not lose courage. And keeps reciting the magical spell, because of which that demon monster goes away from here. Now Sam thinks, where can Tamira be? Thinking that she came to Karan's house, where she does not get Tamira, but she gets that demon monster. To kill her, he runs after Sam. Then she keeps moving forward to save her life. She came down the stairs. This was the place where the demon monster imprisoned Tamira. Here she was in a bad condition. Because she had accepted her death, she was defeated. Now Sam tries to wake her up. But in front of Tamira, that demon monster comes and stands up, whose form we see here for the first time. Which was really very scary. Now here Sam uses her brain. She started reciting the magical spell, so that the demon monster gets imprisoned in the bottle. But both of them were also weak. That's why the demon monster gives her pain and breaks the bottle. Now seeing this, Tamira becomes brave. And now she started reading the magical spell. Because both were helping each other. That's why their friendship becomes like before again. And because a good thing came inside them again. So now here the demon monster becomes weak. But here this time, there was tension. That now they are reading the spells to imprison him. But the most important thing was the jar. Which was broken by them. So now where will they imprison him? But then here Sam remembers what her teacher and mom said. That old people imprisoned these demon monsters inside them. Because instead of the jar, they used to become monsters. So now here like them, Sam decides to imprison the demon monster inside her. And like old people, became like a jar and stood up, where before the demon